Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of CCIR podcast. I'm Nell, your host, and today it's my pleasure to welcome Vir, who is a 10th grader from California. And his research project with CCIR was in EEG analysis, which I have absolutely no idea what that is, and we'll let him explain. I'm very excited to find out. The professors that he worked with were Dr. Hader and Dr. Grimace. So welcome, Vir. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you.
I wonder if you could begin just by explaining to all of us who have no idea, what is EEG analysis and what was the title of your project? And just give us a summary, please.
Okay, so EEG stands for electroencephalography, and it basically records brain signals. And so I recorded brain signals before somebody did an arithmetic task and while they were doing the task. So as they were implemented on a graph, I noted the differences between both of them and tried helping us understand more about these signals and how they are implemented on graphs. And so the title was, I think, power spectrum analysis of EEG signals during mental arithmetic tasks. And a power spectrum analysis is basically a type of graph that it can be implemented by. And it's the x-axis is in frequency and the y-axis is in in volts. Yes. So volts basically means how much of a specific frequency. So if there's high volts in, like, for example, frequency like 10 or something, then there's a lot of that frequency in that brain signal.
Okay. Wow. Such a niche and fascinating area. What inspired you to choose this as your project?
So there were a couple of things. So I feel really interested in neuroscience in general, and the fact that it's the most unexplored part of the body, because, for example, like hearts have heart surgery. There's a lot of heart diseases have been improved, lung diseases, but brain diseases are still on the large right now, and our race does not know that much about them. And so that's why I was interested in neuroscience in general. And why I was interested in EEG in specific is I felt that I was more of a modern technology kind of person, and EEG is relating to a lot of modern technology and computer science. And so I also enjoy math a lot, and the fact that EEG can be used with trigonometry and calculus can also inspired me to choose this topic. And the person who introduced me to technology is actually my dad. So I felt that it was really cool, and that's how my interest became.
Yeah, fantastic. He must be very proud of you. And so how did you feel that working with the professors and having access to all these resources through the program, how do you feel that has impacted your interest, and how do you feel it helped expand your knowledge of this subject?
So at first, I did not know anything about EEG. I barely knew anything about neuroscience, so this was an extremely good introduction. So Dr. Grimace helped teach me about the basics of neuroscience, about the auditory system, and she also had a topic on EEGs as well, and kind of introduced me to the topic, and I decided that I wanted to pursue that. So, and then Dr. Hader, she helped me kind of form the research paper. She taught less on actual neuroscience, but she was really helpful as she helped me with MATLAB, the computer science software. So I feel that, both of them were really helpful, and both of them helped me create my research paper. Yeah.
That's really great to hear. And how do you feel, what did you take from the experience of being in a highly academic environment, and I assume having to learn how to kind of write a paper? I'm imagining you hadn't done that before, on such a new topic. How did you find that overwhelming? Did you find it fun? How did you find that experience of learning this new style of working?
So it was fun. The whole experience was really interesting. I liked learning more things about this topic, but there were a lot of ups and downs. So when I complete something, I got to the next step of getting my data.
Mm-hmm.
Then a new problem popped up, and it took a while for me to fix it. For example, there was a problem with MATLAB, and I couldn't do a specific set of code without asking CCIR to get it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that took a while because I know that CCIR cannot respond immediately, and it just made the process kind of slow. But there were also lots of ups and downs. But I think it was an overall a really good experience, and I really liked learning more about this stuff.
Yeah. What do you feel you've gained? Obviously, you've gained so much knowledge sort of academically in this field, but what do you feel you've gained personally from the experience?
So it did teach me that I should never procrastinate, because this took over a long span of time, and I don't think I could have done it if I started like a month later.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely the time restriction. Always try to do as much as you can and keep a plan going along the whole time. Yeah, that's what I've gained basically, besides for the knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And do you think this is a field you'd like to continue in, neuroscience?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Has it inspired you to go to university and or even Cambridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to do this in university. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And so with the structure of you said like if you'd started a month later, you wouldn't have been able to do it. What is the kind of time frame with CCIR, the project? Like how much time did you have, and how was it kind of structured? It'd be interesting to know a little bit more about the practicalities of it.
Okay, yeah. So it started in April, I think, and I did not have that much time. I wasn't really focusing on the research part until school ended, which was in end of May.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really have that much time. I wasn't spending so much time because of finals and all that. But starting summer, I started spending a lot more time on this, learning more about EEG, and yeah, that really helped me a lot.
So you kind of did some preparatory reading and studies and stuff before you started working with the professors then?
I kind of before I started working with professors, but it was more like I tried learning more about it to get my research done, but while I was talking with the professors.
Yeah, kind of being directed to certain points. Nice. And in terms of like did you meet any other students who were working in a similar field to you, or did you meet any other young people through the program, and how did you find the social experience of it, if there was one?
Yeah, there were actually two other people. It was a good social experience. I felt it was there were people from all around the world. I could communicate with them. I found their research projects quite interesting, actually. One was doing a literature review, which helped me understand more about how they're set up and how they work and everything. Another one was doing a similar research as mine, but just not EEG.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think it can be great to have peers around you and you all learn different things from each other and see how different people work as well. If you were to do this again, what would you do differently, and what would you do the same?
So I actually got a data set from an online website, and this time I want to actually get my own data and focus on a different topic related, focus on a different problem in the brain, and I want to implement that using EEG signals.
Nice. Okay. One final question. If you were to give advice to people who are thinking of applying for CCIR but are not sure, and maybe as well practically not even sure how to go about doing it, what would be your advice? And from your experience, sort of how did you get involved in it? And what would you say to somebody who was in your position this time last year?
Okay, so it actually started off, so a mentor actually recommended me CCIR, and I applied to it and I got in. So I was really excited because I was actually going to get more experience in writing a research paper, and experience is definitely really, really important and fun in life. And learning about these new things, learning about what you want to do, and kind of have an idea of creating new things and writing about it is just a really good experience. And I would really recommend CCIR because they give you that experience.
That's lovely. Thank you. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Vir, and I hope you've enjoyed our chat. I wish you all the best going forward. It sounds like you know what you want to do, and amazing field to be in. So yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you.